My name is Lisa Hansen. I am an MIPP student. I'm concentrating in American foreign policy, and this is my final semester at SAIS. I'm really glad to have this opportunity to meet with you today. Do you think that the president's going to necessarily have much, I mean, he'll certainly have some leeway, but one of the other things I've been thinking about, just through my courses on American foreign policy, is the extent to which American public opinion is behind this. And we've seen in other countries that were involved in Afghanistan, and public opinion turned sharply and they retreated. It seems to me like it would be very difficult to not start, demonstrably winding down, especially with an election coming up and public opinion being especially important. Do you have any thoughts?
Well, compared to healthcare, this is an easy one for President Obama, or an easier one for President Obama. His main support for staying comes from the Republicans.
Right.
His main support for leaving is with the Democrats.
Right.
So he has a bit more leeway in this. Also, he's been very careful to point out, first of all, July of 2011, we're going to start to take our troops. But he's been very careful to not say how many troops. I think the best vision I have of this now is what President Obama and many other folks, the services have. Between July of 2011 and 2014, well past the election, is that the U.S. drawdown will take place.
Right.
So we're really not looking at 6 months. We're really looking at 3 years.
Right.
So I think that will go right through the election. I don't think, depends on what happens in the next year, but I think in July they will make it, maybe predict, which is not my strong suit, but they will start to make demonstrable moves, not necessarily in terms of numbers, but in terms of responsibilities of the Afghan forces. That will be the trend, and that will be followed by decreasing numbers. But I think that's what we're going to see in the next year.
And do you think they're going to be probably figuring in a lot of additional scenarios now that they didn't have a year ago in terms of forces, the situation in the Middle East, and where...
With everything that's going on in the Middle East? I don't think anything that's going on in the Middle East, again, I hate to predict because I'm not good at it, anything in the Middle East is going to call for a large number of U.S. forces. Certainly not in Egypt, not in Libya, not almost anywhere. In other words, diplomatic influence, maybe trade embargoes and things such as that. But I can't foresee right now, which means it may come, but I can't foresee right now where it would call for increased U.S. military involvement. Humanitarian rescue of embassy people in Yemen, for instance, if something like that takes place. But nothing would take large numbers. So it would be smaller in the contingencies of what happened in Iraq and Afghanistan. Yes.
Yes, thank you so much.
A pleasure. Okay, nice meeting you, Lee.
Such a pleasure to have a one-on-one. Thank you.